What's going on, everybody? Chroma Rust here. Going to be doing some Acts 1, 2, and 3 key farming. Now these are the most efficient runs that I have found for myself while I'm playing the Bard. So if you're playing another class, maybe you're going to know something that's going to be a little bit faster for you. But really, while I'm playing on the Bard, I haven't been able to shave too much more time off my runs than doing the way that I am. And when I do my runs, I like to farm like 3 or 4, maybe 5, or even sometimes 6 of the same key. And so that is why I'm doing the runs the way that I am. So I start out at the Broken Blade for Act 1 for the quest. I'll run it through here to the Festering Woods, and then I'll run to the Warrior's Rest. And the reason I'm doing this is because, like I said, I like to farm a few keys at once, and that way every time I'm done with one of my runs, I can leave the game, start up a new game, and I'm going to have this teleporter there every time, and so it's going to be really nice for shaving a few seconds off of my run. So there's going to be a guaranteed elite pack here in the Warrior's Rest, and that's why it's nice to start here. You are going to have 5 stacks of Nephilim Valor for the key warden to even have a chance to drop the key. Some other things to note is monster power is going to... Okay, that was actually a Scorn. I did want to say, I know somebody in my last video wanted to know what legendary dropped. Well, that was a Scorn. I was super excited about that. Hopefully it's going to be some big bucks. I haven't identified it yet, so we'll end up seeing. But here's the Festering Woods, and I'm going to throw up this map here just so you can get an idea of what it looks like cleared. But I wanted to go back to what I was talking about with Monster Power. So Monster Power 1 is going to have a 10% chance. Monster Power 2 is going to have a 20% chance. So for every increasing Monster Power, you're going to have an additional 10%. All the way up to Monster Power 10, where you have 100% chance of that key dropping. But like I said, you do have to have 5 stacks of Nephilim Valor. So once you leave the Warrior's Rest, you come out here to the Festering Woods. There's going to be 2 elite packs, sometimes 3. You're probably not going to find all 3 when you're running from the Warrior's Rest to the Crypt of the Ancients. And also here in the Festering Woods, you're going to be able to find like 2 events as well. So you're going to be able to get stacks of Nephilim Valor from events and also from Resplendent chests and elites. So those are going to be your 3 ways you're going to be able to do that. So here over at the Crypt of the Ancients, you're going to be able to find a guaranteed elite pack again. So 100% of the time this elite pack is going to be there. So I was able to get 4 stacks of Nephilim Valor. If I wasn't able to get 4 stacks and I was only able to get 3 in this little area that I just showed you that I cleared, I would end up running to the Cemetery or the Forsaken. Now there's like 3 crypts in there, and you run into any of the crypts about 10-15 seconds within that time. Normally you'll end up finding your 4th elite pack. Also, you could run to, what is it I wrote down here, the Oryx Manor. Sorry, the Oryx Manor. Sometimes in the Oryx Manor there's going to be an elite pack as well, or if there's not one in there, there's going to be a guaranteed one outside. So that's pretty good. And the reason I don't worry about having 5 stacks is because, just like you saw there, I'm normally able to find my 5th stack or my 5th elite before I end up finding the key warden for Act 1. So he does drop the key of destruction, and that is going to be the Act 1 key. I'm going to throw up a map, or I should have already had a map up of this area as well, just so you can kind of get an idea of this one cleared. So we're going to go ahead, pick up that key, and move on to Act 2 now. So for Act 2, I like to start out at the 9th quest, which is going to be the Scouring of Chaldeum. I believe you could start out at the 8th quest as well. Really, it just has to have this Desolate Sands waypoint on it. And inside of here, it's a pretty big area. I'll throw up this map. This is what it looks like when it's cleared. We're going to be looking for the Vault of the Assassins. The entrance is normally going to be around that big hole in the middle. It could be above it, below it, to the left, to the right. But normally, it's going to be right somewhere close to it. Sometimes it will be a little bit further away, but normally if you're going around that big hole in the middle, you will eventually end up finding it. So just like the Warrior's Rest, it's going to have a checkpoint in it. So once you finish your first Act 2 run, you can go ahead, start up another Act 2 run, and you'll be right at the Vault of the Assassins. So that's going to reinforce that reason why you're going to want to farm more than just 1 key per act. You really are going to be able to shave off that time. So I guess a little bit more about quest selection. You're definitely not going to want to start out at quest number 10. Quest number 10 is going to put you right near Belial. And then you're going to have to teleport to town, and then you'll be at the waypoint, so it's going to add extra time that's not necessary. So 8 or 9, that's what I would say you'd want to do. And I don't care what class you are, Vault to the Assassins is going to be the fastest way to get 5 stacks of Nephilim Valor. Now here, you don't have to get 5, you could get 4. I just like to get 5 because there's just so many elites. There could be like 7 or 8 elites here. There might even be 9 sometimes. Don't quote me on that. I don't just like run through and count all the elites. But there's a bunch of elites. Sometimes you'll find treasure goblins that are like just a couple inches apart from each other. Just like here, I was able to find 2 elites. Or actually, 1 elite found me. I found 1 elite, and then the second elite found me. But then you're going to want to go to the DAHLGUR Oasis. I will go ahead and throw up this map here. It's a really, really big area. This is why I'm saying you don't maybe need to get 5 stacks of Nephilim Valor. Actually, I had to take 2 screenshots and put them together. That's how big this area is. Luckily, though, I was able to find this keyword pretty fast. Now, you can start out at the Path of the Oasis or the DAHLGUR Oasis. It's one big area. There's 2 waypoints. Either way, you're going to be winding up in the same area. So there we go. We have our Act 2 key. For Act 3, I like to go down and choose the 3rd quest and hit the 3rd selection. So that should be pretty easy to remember. Act 3, 3rd quest, 3rd selection. Now you don't have to do this. What this is going to be doing is it's going to be saving you the time from going and clicking on the Keep Depths level 1 waypoint in town and then clicking on the Keep Depths level 2 door. I write this is only saving a few seconds. And any time we could save is great. Let's face it, we all don't have the time to sit around and play video games all day. So whenever I can cut out those nuances, I do like to, so I would recommend doing that. And even if I was sitting around playing video games all day, I'd still do that. So that's going to equate to more legendaries and more drops, however you want to look at it. The more time you spent farming, the more things in game you'll get, more efficient use of your time. So in the Keep Depths level 2, it's going to be like a big square is going to be the base, and then there's going to be offshoots on it. So it might have like H offshoots or T offshoots or however you want to look at it. Maybe H would look like an I offshoot. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to stop naming letters here, but you're going to be able to find at least like 4 or 5 elite packs in here. It's not always going to be 5. Sometimes there will be. The legendary that just dropped was like a 61 wand. Maybe it was a 62 wand. I don't know what it was called. It was complete trash, so we will just call it a brimstone because that's exactly what it is now. It is a brimstone sitting in my stash. So from the Keep Depths level 2, you're going to want to go to the Stone Fort waypoint. Now you're not going to have to get all 5 of your Nephilim Valor stacks in the Keep Depths level 2. I was actually only planning on getting 4 myself, but I came across that resplendent chest. It's actually good that I did, because as you see here, the keyword was like standing right at the door, waiting to get face planted by my mace. So that was pretty nice of him to be standing there, and for that resplendent chest to be there, for me to get my 5th stack. So it all just kind of worked out for me. And this guy is going to be dropping you the Key of Terror. So at this point, you're going to have all 3 of your keys. There's the Key of Terror. It looks like a legendary drop. How excited, but it's not a legendary. Let's go get to fight some Ubers now. Awesome. Alright, well that's how I do my key runs. I hope you did enjoy. Maybe you learned a little something. Maybe you could teach me a little something. Post in the comments below. Like I was saying, if you know of a more efficient route. I did want to go ahead and show this. This is just a little something I've been working on. Now I'm not an artist or anything. This is kind of the logo I was going with for the site. So let me know what you guys think. Post in the comments below. I would appreciate it. Or if you have any ideas, I'll go ahead and throw it up there one more time. Take a good look if you have any ideas for what maybe it could look like. I'd love to read about it. I just love everything. I said like love like 4 times in this video already. I love you guys. I really, really do. This is Chroma Rust, and I'm out. Much love.